With the release of the brand new Ice Age movie, I thought I would go back and rank all 6 Ice Age movies from the worst to the best. This has to be the longest running animated movie franchise of all time. I mean, come on. 6 movies, that's ridiculous, but let's get it. Real quick before we get into it, I do want to say hit the subscribe button down below. It does help my channel a lot. And comment, rank. I do want to hear your list of how you would rank these. I grew up with these movies, so I do kind of have an affinity for some of them. But let's just get into number 6. Easily in 6th place for me is the Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild. Sadly, the newest installment is by far the worst, with horrible animation, really bad voice acting, and a story that lacks any depth. It's a soulless movie. It has no heart. It doesn't have any humor that works for kids under the age of 8. I mean, the humor in here is really juvenile because they decided to do what Cars 2 did, but I would argue Cars 2 did it way, way better. Because even Cars 2 isn't a bad movie, but they decided to pick the dumbest characters in the franchise and put them as the main characters. It'd be cool if Buck Wild was the main character. Unfortunately, he's gone for like the first 20 minutes, and he's gone for another 10 minutes in the movie. He's not in it enough. Plus, just some bad animation, and you just have a movie that does not work in the end. Sadly, the newest one comes in last place. In 5th place for me is Ice Age Collision Course, a movie that does suffer from a lot of sequel problems, having too many characters. It's ridiculous how many characters they have in here. I mean, just in this movie alone, there's like 10 new characters, all voiced by really well-known actors, but if the movie's an hour and 20 minutes, that's way too many characters. You're giving everybody a love interest. It gets jumbled. Plus, while Ice Age was never grounded, this takes Scrat, throws him into space, doesn't work. The animation does look great in here, though. It's some of the best animation in the last couple decades. But unfortunately, too many characters, not focused enough, suffers from sequel-itis. In 4th place for me is Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs. I know a lot of people would have this higher. To me, it comes in at number 4. I really enjoy Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs. I think having the group, having the Ice Age animals go into like the dinosaur era kind of is really cool and a really great idea. This movie made a lot of money, making about like 800 million, which to me is crazy, but this movie's still really enjoyable. You still have the heart of the franchise in here. The core characters all get a spotlight. The music's really good in here, and the animation, some of the creativity in this movie is really cool. It's just a really fun adventure. In 3rd place for me is Ice Age Continental Drift. Now, if you do know my channel, you would know Ice Age Continental Drift was the first movie I saw in theaters. Therefore, it's going to be higher on this list. I absolutely love this movie because, well, some people might say it's when the franchise went downhill. I would say the franchise is still going up. I think Collision Course is when it actually dropped off. But because I really enjoy this. The pirates, we have Peter Dinklage, Rebel Wilson, just a lot. Wanda Sykes is in this movie. She's hilarious in here in small doses. And while there are a lot of characters, and some characters like Crash and Eddie and Ellie get sidelined, we do get to see a lot more of other characters, and it's just fun to see our main 3 going on an adventure again, because the last couple movies, they've been kind of with a bigger group of people, like with Crash, Eddie, and Ellie, but now it's kind of like the core 3 and Granny are kind of going on an adventure, and it's really cool. And again, first movie I saw, so that's why it's high. In 2nd place for me is Ice Age The Meltdown. I absolutely love this movie. I watched this movie like 100 times, not joking. This is probably the movie I've seen the most out of any movie. I mean, this movie meant a lot to me when I was younger. I watched it all the time. I think introducing characters like Ellie, and then the Possum Brothers really works, and really this is like the last really emotional. I mean, Dawn of the Dinosaurs does have emotional moments, but this still is kind of a heavier movie compared to the later ones. It's not really a heavy movie, but there are emotional beats in here that really work well, and I like what they did with all the characters in here, and to me, it's just a really fun movie. But in first place is the original Ice Age. It's the original. It's a great movie. One of the best animated movies of all time, in my opinion. It's a classic. It started off Blue Sky Studios, and I absolutely love it because it's got character and it has heart. It has a story. Few characters is better a lot of the time. And it's really proven in here because you have 3 characters taking care of a baby. It's really 3 men and a baby if the characters were animals from the Ice Age. And to me, it works really well, and that's why it's in first place. Guys, tell me your list down below. As always, you can check out some more videos right now.